the phone. I it won't tell me what's up.
That y'all, it is freezing in my shop. I'm sitting in the car. I'm tired, y'all. I was just sleep. I was just at home sleep. So I was like, I gotta go do this live stream. I'm tired. I had to get up super early this morning. I was up late last night. Well, not super late, but then I went to sleep, and then I woke up and edited the video that's gonna premiere on Monday. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm trying to get back to like I used to, but kind of hard right now. What's up, Jim Prince? What's up, Karen? What's up, Teresa? What's up, Ray Sean? Is that Ray Sean? I'm sorry. I about need to get my glasses. I was about to say I need some glasses, but I got some glasses, so I don't know where they are right now. It's about time for me to do a another appointment at the doctor. So I guess when I go, I'll be getting some more glasses. What's up, Patty? Oh, what's up, Mike? What's up, the Impossible Cole? What's up, Renero? I'm sorry, Rashawn. I can't see. All right, let me brighten up my phone and maybe that'll help. All right, I can see a little bit better. All right, Hola, VS V Smith. I'm sorry. We won. It was it was a good game. It was a close game. We won. And it's like freezing cold here, y'all. I'm sorry I'm having to do this in the car. But I did park by the street light this time. So hopefully a little bit more light is shining up in here. School says I'm back and forth between here and the group. What's up, School? Yeah, so what y'all had going on today? And I got a question for y'all. Y'all see how on the Red Channel I've been kind of posting some little short, quick little videos. Do y'all like those videos? Like, I want to be like more personal with y'all on the Red Channel, you know, stuff like that, and let y'all kind of see behind the scenes and stuff like that. Because sometimes when I'm real busy, I don't have time to edit like super long videos. So with the Red Channel, I can kind of, show y'all like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm like super busy, and make like a 3 to 5 minute video, something like that, and post it. That way I can try to keep y'all updated instead of having to wait. Because I was up last night editing the video for Monday, which is going to be a premiere. And I got a question. What time would y'all like for that Monday video to premiere? Because it's gonna Patio says yes, those are now. But yeah, what time do y'all would y'all like for that video to premiere? I was thinking 8 o'clock, but then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do it at 7 or earlier. Karen says it's frozen. Refresh, Karen, cause it's moving on my screen. VS says I haven't been able to watch much. I'm either at work or about to go to sleep. I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out myself too. I was about to go to sleep. Like I felt myself fall asleep on the drive home today because I was tired. So I had to get my son to get off of his phone and talk to me. They just be in here and doing their own thing, and sometimes I be tired. Patio says 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. is good for the premiere. If y'all don't know, the ones of y'all who don't know, the premiere is kind of like a live. It's not really a live stream. It's kind of like if something was to come on TV, but we can come in. Like if you tune in 2 minutes late, you're not gonna be able to like see the first part of the video until that video is over. Like the premiere is gonna come on. So if y'all get there late, y'all gonna start in the middle of the video or wherever the video starts at. But I will be there commenting with y'all, and y'all can kind of, comment, put your thoughts down, whatever. The game was good. We ended up winning, Karen. Uh, Marsha, Marcella Clark says, "Got to be careful driving." I know. I wasn't. Like the way it is with sleep. When you be sleepy, sometimes it just overtake you. You don't really realize how tired you are, and I didn't really realize how tired I was, to be honest with you, or I wouldn't have drove. And I almost let my son drive the rest of the way home, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna make him talk to me, because I don't know, I'm not ready for him to drive. And then it's hard for me to sleep when other people is driving anyway, so I was like, I'm just gonna let him go. um Scoob says, who is up at 8 a.m. patio? I'll be up. I'll be up at 8 a.m. on Monday. I gotta get up and make sure the kids get off to the bus. I mean, I guess I don't have to, because when I have to substitute bus drive, they still make it on the bus. But yeah, y'all can always go back and watch it. V Smith says, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I have never been able to really sleep since I've been an adult while somebody else drive. It's just like, like any little thing they do. If I do doze off, I'm just like waking up like we still on the road. What's up, Jason? Jason says, I'm trying to convince myself I'm not tired, not working. Yeah, it's hard when you're tired, cause I just fell asleep. I was on the phone with Scoob. I was like, Scoob, I forgot I gotta do live stream. I was tired. I'm like really sleepy. But when I go home, I got when I go home, I'm gonna get up for church in the morning. I don't know if I'm gonna make Sunday school or not, but I am gonna go to church, and sometime after church, I'm gonna try to do the live stream. I'm gonna try not to do it so late like I did tonight. Um, the premiere is gonna be on the Green channel. The premiere is going to be on the Green channel. This channel is going to be, I may do some premieres on here later, but my kids was on the internet, so I didn't try uploading the video. I had the video, I did the video, it was done like early this morning, but because I had to leave town this morning, I had rendered the video, as I left out the door this morning, and then by the time I got back, it was done. But on Saturdays, I let the kids play the game and stuff, but I told them they have to get off at 10 o'clock. So by the time I get home, I can upload the video. So it should be showing later on tonight, or, no later than in the morning, midnight or something. Well, I don't know, it may take a while to upload, because it's about a 20-minute long video somewhere off in there. So, yeah. Patio says, it was good to see you at the Rhinestone Booth School. V. Smith says, I always had trouble falling and staying asleep. I started drinking cherry juice. Look, I don't have a problem going to sleep. I can go to sleep at any time, y'all. That's crazy. I never really, not too often, get enough sleep. So at any time, if I just sit still long enough, I'll go to sleep. Jason says, being a touring musician, you have no choice but to sleep while someone is driving. What's up, Print Project? How you doing? Frank says, Gilded 5,000. I use 5,000 for my customers, unless they request something different. How long does it take to process a video? It depends on how long the video is. Like, to process a video, I have had it, and look, I was staying at, when my son went to All Stars for football last year, I was staying at a Holiday Inn, and they internet was so fast. Like a 30-minute video might take 5 minutes to upload. I mean, it was so the way that they internet was fast. Like, I live in a small town, and I don't think we have that good of internet. Sometimes it'll upload quick, sometimes it take a long time. 20-minute video it may take an hour, but sometimes it take 2 hours and something, or 2 hours and up, stuff like that. So it just kind of depends on how the computer is feeling. That's why I didn't really try to upload it with the kids being at home, and they're on the internet because they playing video games online right now. Both of them playing separate video games online. V. Smith says, what does cherry juice do? Jason N says, getting 500 thumbs down. Karen says, great. Let me see. And Frank want to know what you recommend. Scoops. Oh, never mind. That's just someone else. What's up, Teresa? Thank you. I appreciate that. She said, Teresa said, give me thumbs up for doing this live chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired, but a lot of times I be tired and I gotta still do what I gotta do. And if I tell y'all I'm gonna do something, I try to do it. If I tell anybody I'm gonna do something, I try to do it. What's up, Solomon? Let me see. Malaysia says, hi, I'm sorry I'm late. I was trying to find out some information about ISS show and how much does it cost in Atlantic City. If you go ahead and register, it's free. But if you register the day of the show, they gonna charge you. I think I paid like maybe $40 when I took my auntie with me, kind of last minute. But if you register ahead of time online, it's free. If you want to go to classes, some of the classes are free and some of them you have to pay for. How you doing, Miriam? Mike says, "Who's your cable provider down there?" We are with I'm with AT&T with internet. The cable provider is Sudden Link, but they suck. I've been with them twice, and what they end up doing is like it's out so much, and you steady having to call them. And then it seems like they don't upload, cable is usually faster than regular internet, but not with them. Let me see. Yeah, I used the Guild in 2000 before. I just use what's cheap because most of I have customers that request certain brands and stuff like that, but most of my general customers, they just want a Guild in 5000. And I prefer to not use 50/50 shirts for screen printing because, um it to me the ink goes down better on cotton, 100% cotton shirts. Let me see. No, my internet is not cable, and it's not good either. It's they don't even offer the fastest internet around here. It's still some places that's like it's a place that's 20 minutes away. One of my friends live there. Well, not quite 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes away. They don't even have internet there unless you get dial up, and you can't do much on dial up. I don't even know if they still offer dial up or whatever, but my friend was like she had HughesNet internet before, but it was out so much. But they do have a school there, and they have internet at the school, but the people who live there can't have internet because she was trying to conserve, like, she has satellite and stuff like that, but she was wanting to get like, get internet TV. Let me see, patio. Oh, never mind. That's school and patios conversation. Oh yeah, I forgot you do screen printing. I do vinyl. Yeah, I do vinyl also. I do both. Frank say I want something that's not too right and not soft. Miriam says I totally agree, 100% cotton. Scoob says I love Port and Company. PC61 for t-shirts. Jason N says All Style 1701. V Smith says I have Cox Internet, cable, and home security, and that's highway robbery. I can't wait till my contract is up. And that's another thing. I don't want to be in no contract. I had I don't know. I was with the cable company, and all of a sudden they started charging like you can't. You have to do a whole month. Like, say that you get with them and you decide you want to switch, and it's the second of the month. Well, they're gonna charge you for the rest of the month. What's up, KC? How you doing? Solomon said like Pro Club. Scoop says I don't like Pro Club. They run small. Yeah, I'm like really in between sizes. Like if it was a size between a medium and a large, cause I wear like fitting shirts, but just for like every day, I don't really like to wear like a tight shirt, not as just a regular t-shirt. Sometimes, I will wear like fitted clothes, fitted shirts, stuff like that. But my everyday wear is pretty much like gym clothes. I like to be comfortable, but if I'm going somewhere, like if me and the kids we going somewhere and we gonna go out to eat or to a movie or something, I actually put some clothes on. Then, not always. Sometimes I will dress comfortable, but I'm kind of in between a large and a medium shirt. So the shirts that run a little small, I feel like they fit me a little better. Like if I have a large, it fits a little tighter on me. Miriam says, in rural VA with Verizon and they suck. Oh man, I was on somebody's live stream the other night and we got to talking about like back in the day. You know how now if you doing something you got no business, or inboxing somebody and you dating somebody, you got they do like screenshots and set people up and stuff like that. But back in the day when they used to have the three-way, you call somebody and you be on three-way, and they'll have somebody and they'll be talking to them and they'll have them telling their information. Then you be sitting on three-way listening to them. How many of y'all used to do that back in the day? Yeah, and back then, I don't think they really had mute on the phones. You just had to like cover the phones up because this was like the landlines. Back then everybody didn't have cell phones, wasn't as popular, and it was like the people who actually had cell phones, they had a lot of money. Well, I ain't gonna say just a lot of money, but like poor people didn't really just have them. But now the government gives them out. KC says I remember that. But yeah, and those then I remember they also had, Jason N says don't even know what a dial tone is. Yeah, and they also had Frank says, seeing they banned me on the Print Squad page for posting a pic of two shirts that I did for my bro shop. I can't even message nobody or post. Well, it's some rules to that page, Frank. I'm not exactly sure what you posted because I don't be on there like I need to be. I have to go on there and try to see what happened. V Smith says caller ID. Yeah, and they didn't have caller ID at first, and then they got it. But then you can hit that star. I think is it star 68 or star 67 or something like that. Solomon says, I remember when you had to remember numbers. Yeah, you did. It used to be easy to remember them back then, but now it's just like they all in your phone. If something happened to your phone, if your phone battery die or something, you won't be able to call nobody. Then they took down all the payphones around here. Do they still have payphones in some of the places in the cities? I haven't really seen a payphone in forever. CJ said, what's up, CJ? Said I was my mom's phone book. Yeah, it'd be hard to remember some numbers. Yeah, some of them they kind of stuck in there, but it'd be hard to remember some numbers. Like my kids' numbers, I have to teach them stuff like how to remember numbers. Like I'll come up with something that goes with the numbers. V Smith says both. Star 67 to be private. Teresa says no. Okay, Star 69 was call block. Okay. Scoob says, Frank, I wonder if that stuff still works today. Frank, you can go into settings and it would tell you why they banned you. KC says, I haven't seen a payphone in years. Jason N says, I saw one last year. Throwback, LOL. Miriam said, yes, Maryland and DC phones are back. Payphones are back. Yeah, that was back in the day with the pagers too. How many of y'all had a pager? I always wanted a pager. I never had one though. Yeah, I never had a pager. I remember the first cell phone I had was an Audio Vox phone, and it was through a company named Cellular One. They said Jason and V Smith says Star 67 still works. GM Prince says I did. GM Prince had a pager, but yeah, with the like the first phone I had, it was an Audio Vox phone, and the battery used to die so fast, and the phone would get like hot. It'll be about to melt your face sometimes, it seemed like. Then like then now it's free to call on your phone. You just pay for that plan. Back then it was like free nights and weekends. Like you could call after 8 o'clock or something like that. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Yeah, and then you had like so many text messages you could get. But now, we kind of spoil. You get like unlimited text and talk. Now we paying for the data. I wonder what is gonna be next. Cause after a while, it'll probably be like data included, and it'll be something else we paying for. Miriam says yes, pages were cool when they first came out. Solomon said I remember when you got numbers out of yellow pages. Yeah, they don't really. Well, they still deliver phone books around here, but they real thin. They don't have much in there. Then somehow people still always get our number. Cell phones used to be private. Back when you first got them, but now they sell your numbers to all these telemarketers and stuff. V Smith says, "Who's old enough to remember teen lines?" I'm not sure what that is. What is that, V Smith? Sometimes when you in different areas, you call stuff different names. Let me see. Oh yeah, Jason Ian said ASL, A6 location. Yeah. Yeah, y'all remember? Did y'all ever go on like those little chat rooms online and stuff? That was really before like the social media and stuff. I had been in the chat rooms. There was this guy I used to talk to from California. I don't even remember his name. I used to chat with him on there sometimes. Never tried to meet him or anything or nothing. Frank says AOL. Who remember? Look, I still have my AOL email. And I believe they done stopped it. You know how when you used to log into AOL, it would say, you've got mail. It don't even say that no more. That just happened within the last couple of months. Solomon says, I remember the chat line. V Smith says, a second phone with a separate... No, oh yeah, I remember that. Like it could the first phone would ring one time and then the other one would ring like 2 times or 3 times, something like that. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't realize that's what it was called. V Smith says DSL, MySpace. Yeah, man, I don't even know why they discontinued MySpace. I like MySpace better than Facebook. I used to stay on MySpace, y'all, for real. Like now how I don't really be on social media. I haven't really been on social media like talking about since MySpace. V Smith says Yahoo Chat, MySpace. Frank said, Jason says, oh, my bad, that's Frank saying, Mako Space, MySpace, Yahoo Messenger. Miriam says chat rooms were pretty clean back then. I haven't been in a chat room in forever. They still have chat rooms available. I don't even remember where I used to go on there. Jason N says I liked MySpace better too. Yeah, I don't see how MySpace went out. V Smith says chat rooms on Yahoo were not clean. Yeah. I used to play, back in the day, I used to play dominoes online a lot. I think that was on like Yahoo Games or something like that. Yeah, you could get on there and play with people from all over. Yeah, I was just thinking about some of that stuff. Solomon says, making me sound old as heck, me remembering all that. Look, it's good. It's good to be old because a lot of people don't get to, reach certain ages. Jason N says AOL knocked off AIM a couple of years ago. It was sad when it was gone. V Smith says I'm old. Well, not that old. Look, I never release my age. I just be like, I'm old enough. Doggone it, I just froze up. Sorry about that, y'all. I guess it's playing freeze tag with me again, but at least it got me smiling this time. I don't know, it kind of looked like a crazy smile, though. Kind of looked like a crazy smile. Trying to think of something else. Bring back the, y'all used to watch Saved by the Bell with Zach Morris with that big, huge cell phone, and Slater, and Screech and them on there. I used to love watching it. Like I put my kids on to some of the stuff that came out when we grew up, um like Steve Urkel. Let me see. There's Family Matters and what's the other group? Trying to the other movie, the one with the where the man and the woman got married and he had three kids and she had the Step by Step. Yeah, I couldn't remember it. Step by Step. They still watch that today. They watched the whole Steve Urkel Family Matters thing. Yeah, yeah, I used to play that Sega, and they had Sonic the Hedgehog, and when he used to run into, he would collect all those rings, and then he run into one little thing, and he would lose them all. You got to try to go get them. Alicia says TGIF was the lineup. Oh yeah, LimeWire. You could download anything and everything. Yeah, yeah. Full House too. Man, they came out with the new Full House, and it wasn't nothing like I don't know. TV used to be so kid friendly back then, but nowadays it's just they cursing on there. They talking about stuff you don't want your kids to know about until they get out your house and stuff. Yeah. Karen Sawyer says that was a good place to get music for free. Jason N says I had TurboGrafx. I remember on the Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, Double Dragon, and then they also had that I used to love playing some Double Dragon, and they had that the power pad where you could do that track game and you be running and jumping. I had a cousin that used to be so fast on there. He would be gone, boy. He would be running, he'd get to that hurdle and jump. V. Smith says, I downloaded Sonic on Amazon TV for my grandson. Miriam says, Dark Shadows. Jason says, graphics. Family Matters, Saved by the Bell, Step by Step, Smart Guy. Yeah, I remember Smart Guy and Boy Meets World. They had that, I think it was called Girl Meets World. There was like a spinoff of Boy Meets World a few years ago. I don't know if that still comes on, but my kids used to watch that. And the Wonder Years. Y'all remember the Wonder Years? V. Smith says, I had TurboGrafx, Jason. V. Smith says, I love the pinball games. Sandri says, what's up, Sandri? I just got in here, and yes, you guys are sounding like in your 40s, LOL. Solomon Green says, sister, sister. I remember that. GM Prince, Zelda was great. What's up, Sandri? How you doing? Frank says, Napster for music. V. Smith says 50s. Scoop says, I'm back, Frank. I think it is under support. Yeah, the Golden Girls. Look, y'all saw I had my Golden Girls shirt on in a video. I might not even release that video yet. I don't know. But I think I did. I think I had it on because I filmed a lot of videos in one day with that same shirt. Oh yeah, different strokes. I'm trying to remember. And look, back then, the same people had to have sung the Family Matters theme show and the Step by Step one or something. Like a lot of them seemed like they had the same people that sung their theme song. I don't know if they actually did, but like when you listen to it, they sound alike. They sound like either the same person wrote them or sung them or something. Yes, Scoop. People still use AOL. Don't hate. Do not hate, Scoop. Do not hate. Night Ride. Yeah, I remember that too. With kid, that car had that little light going across it. Then, when I was growing up, I remember one of my cousins' dad had a car that actually talked and stuff, and I thought that was so cool. I think it might have said like fasten your seatbelt or something, and I just thought that was so cool. Cosby Show, Little House on the Prairie, Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt used to be good. Twilight Zone too. I don't know if y'all used to watch that. Look, I was telling my nephew about the Gremlins the other day. I was actually trying to scare him because he was being bad, and I was like, that you gonna make one of them gremlins come out. That's what I was telling him. He didn't know what a gremlin was, so I had to pull it up on Google. Let me see. Sandra says, "Oh man, Matlock. I watched that today. Filmed in my hometown of Decatur, Georgia. Yeah, I used to watch some Matlock too. Just say the word says, hey, hey, hey. What's up, Gina G? How you doing?" Jason says, Mr. Finney from Boy Meets World was the voice of Kit. I never knew that. Jim Prince says, I still watch Twilight Zone on Netflix. Oh, Thundercat, man, G.I. Joe. I used to watch G.I. Joe. I had uncles that were older, and like we would stay with my grandmother a lot, and we watched G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe and Transformers. And I used to hate Star Trek because they always used to put the TV on Star Trek with Dr. Spock and all of them. And oh, I used to hate that. And we had to watch it because they was older. Fat Albert, who remembers Croft Superstars, HR Puff and stuff. I don't know about those, Scoop. Let me see. He-Man, yeah. And She-Ra with Skeletor and them on there. Jim Princess, I love Star Trek. Man, I used to hate that because we used to have to watch it. And I didn't want to watch it back then. What about Jam? Jam, Jam is truly outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. Y'all remember that? I don't know if y'all used to watch that. But they came out with a movie about that a while back. But I don't think it did that well because I didn't hear nothing else about it. Jim Prince says Heathcliff. I can't do his laugh. Heathcliff used to have that laugh. My uncle still laugh like Heathcliff. I can't even do it. Land of the Lost, the Goonies. Sandra says, remember cartoons only came on, yep, on Saturdays. Now I don't think too much come on Saturdays. Jason N says, Jam, heck yeah. V. Smith says GM Felix. Yes, the Goonies, Sandra, exactly. Let me see. The Outer Limits. Let me see. MacGyver. Oh, I used to love some MacGyver, y'all. I used to watch some MacGyver. He could make anything out of anything. And man, we have come so far, like with the internet. Like we used to have to go to the library. Like I don't know if y'all remember doing reports and stuff in school, and you had to go and try to check out a book on your report. But now all you gotta do is Google it, and everything pops up. I mean, the world has advanced so much from growing up. Cause I remember when I was growing up, not until I was in high school they didn't really have internet like talking about. And then y'all remember those floppy drives? You used to have to stick the floppy drives in the computer to get it to boot up. What's up, Nigel? How you doing? Jason N says there's a new MacGyver coming out. I have to be on the lookout for a Little Rascals. Lord, V. Smith says a tampon, a rubber band, and some chewing gum, and he blow up. So yeah, definitely. Look, he look in the trash can and find 3 items and make something amazing out of it. He'll make a laser or anything. Sandra says maybe we should all do a point of one of our do a print of one of our favorite shows and post on the Print Squad page. Y'all used to watch the Flintstones? Yeah, but dabba doo. And Grape Ape. I don't know if y'all used to watch the USA Cartoon Network, Cartoon Express. Grape Ape. Brady Bunch, Bewitched. The Jetsons, yeah. Yeah, I used to watch that one too. Yeah, Scooby-Doo. Scoob had to bring up Scooby-Doo. You know, they had that movie for that one, Scoob Shaggy on there. Him and Scoob getting all smoked out in the Scooby wagon, or whatever you call it, the van, the mystery machine. V. Smith says, I called a kid from school Grape Ape. Yes, somebody said he man Scoob with She-Ra on there and Skeletor. Let me see. Trying to think of something else. Lucky Charms were magically delicious back then. What's up, Alicia? How you doing? Oregon Tail and Number Munchies in the computer lab. LOL. Let me see. The Jetsons. Trail. Oregon Trail. Jabberjaw. Yeah, I remember that. That shark. He wasn't under. I can't remember. Was Jabberjaws underwater? Wasn't he like in the car with them? V Smith says, "Who remembers the show ISIS? I don't remember. I remember 3, 2, 1 contact, and they had Reading Rainbow, Butterfly in the Sky. Yeah, I remember you had that TV that only had you had to flip the channels that, and you and then when you break the thing off, you had to use some pliers or something to turn the channel. So, but at a certain time, like now, the channels stay on all night. They'll put infomercials or something on there. You had to go to bed at a certain time. They was like, look, you gonna have to go to bed at about midnight. They play the national anthem, and that will be it. They turn the channel off, and if you leave that channel on, it's gonna be like, doo, and wake you up. Planet of the Apes. Frank says, Little Girls Home, Little Giants Home Alone. Look, Frank, they had a Home Alone commercial, and I got such a kick out of that. He was grown, and he was using Google. I think it was Google Home, or it might have been the Amazon thing. Toy Story, Bugs Life, Power Rangers, Ants. I used to hate the Power Rangers too. Man, I did not like the Power Rangers. V. Smith says it came out after $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, GM Princess Channel 2. Let me see. The Impossible said a curse word, yeah. The Impossible says LOL. Mission Impossible, Ren and Stimpy, and Beavis and Butthead on MTV. They were so dumb, but it was funny back then. Jason N says Romper Room. Sandra says, hey Sin, I have a new do only use a couple of times. Whoever has the best or get the most votes, I'll give it up for free. The Scoob says the new zoo review. V. Smith says GM, you remember Lionside? No, Ironside, my bad. I don't know about that one. GM, but Scoob says she loved it. Animaniacs. Yeah, I remember that too. The Animaniacs. I can't remember the whole song though. Power Rangers was the stuff. Yeah, I didn't like the Power Rangers. That was all stuff that I was kind of forced to watch. The Munchies. Yeah, the Munchies. Yeah, I remember them. The Snorks. Yeah, I remember the Snorks. V. Smith says the Home Alone commercial was Google Home. My daughter was disappointed it wasn't a new movie. Yeah, I got a kick out of that. Cause y'all know we was growing up. That was the stuff. Well, I ain't gonna say all of us growing up. Let me see. After school specials when you get off the bus. Pinwheel. Perry Mason. Yeah, my grandma used to watch that all the time. I still remember that how it sound when it used to come on, that song. And Murder, She Wrote. GM says, now we got How to Get Away with Murder. They come from Murder, She Wrote to How to Get Away with Murder. Bananas in Pajamas. I still remember, GM Prince says, I still remember the whole song on Animaniacs. Miriam says, The Monsters. Yeah, I remember The Monsters too. Walter says, thank you for all of your help. I got my t-shirt sold, and keep up the good work. You do. Love, Harris Inc. Thank you for the support, Walter Harris. I appreciate that. The Banana Splits, Fraggle Rock. Yeah, down in Fraggle Rock. I remember that. Silver Spoon. M. Riley says Silver Spoon. Nigel says Banana Split. Good morning, Prince. Or GM Prince. I don't know why I want to say good morning. GM Prince says Harry and the Hendersons. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, what about Alf? Y'all remember Alf? The alien? My nose is itching. The alien that he would eat cats, and they would have to hide the cats from him and stuff. Let me see what else used to be out back then. Look, a blast through the past. It's always through the past. It's always fun talking about this stuff like this. Hogan's Heroes. I remember that. Not the mama. Not the mama. The dinosaur family. I remember that too. I'm trying to think of something else. The Coneheads. Yes, I remember that. Garfield. Yep. Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. School. I think this stuff just was out in California or something. School. I don't remember some of this stuff. What's that? Lidsville. Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I remember Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I remember Captain Planet. Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. I can't remember the rest of it. Uh, Baba Wawa from SNL. Nigel says, now them kids have Peppa Pig. Yep, Peppa Pig. MASH. Oh, I used to hate some MASH. I do not like army movies. I have never been into the army movies. That's I don't know, that stuff used to come on like MASH and Star Trek. I used to hate to see that coming, y'all. Electrical Woman and Dinah Girl. GM says Captain Planet, Punky Brewster. Yes, Punky Brewster. I remember that. Let me see. Pippi Longstock and the freckle face, redheaded girl. I don't know if y'all remember that one. Mr. Green Jeans. Sandra says, I remember all those too. Alicia says, school. I think you must have had cable, LOL. Look, we didn't have but the 12 channels. I think, well, it wasn't even 12 channels because it went up to channel, I think 13 was like the Louisiana Public Broadcasting Channel. If you didn't have channel 2, channel 2 was Showtime for us, and we didn't have that. And Disney Channel, sometimes they would have free Disney Channel. The Wonder Twins, Powers Activate. They had the Wonder Twins on what was it? The little thing they have out now with like Batman. I mean with Robin when he was a kid. What is the name of it? They just had a movie that came out, and I slept through that whole movie at the movies. Doggone it, what is the name of that? I can't think of the name of it, but it's got Batman on there. It's got the black character that is like half robot. I can't remember his name, and it's got Beast Man or something, and he can like change into different things. The A-Team. Let me see, the Electric Company, Little House on the Prairie. Jason says, I'm drawing a blank. What was the name of the show? Oh, the Jeffersons. The Jeffersons. Moving on up. Sandra says, Scooby's on the road. No, they were on regular channels. Walker Harris says, Lost in Space. I remember that one. I Pity the Fool. The Fresh Prince. Yeah, I remember that too. Square JPEG. Oh, Square JPEG. Square Peg. I'm thinking about JPEG. They didn't even have JPEGs back then. If they did, I didn't know what it was. Speed Racer. Facts of Life. You take the good, you take the bad, you put them all together. You got the Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. Land of the Lost. I remember that one too. Gilligan's Island. Did any of y'all watch that? And they never, I don't know, I think they did eventually get off the island. I fell off after a while and didn't watch it. Good Times, The Jeffersons. Let me see. Logan's Run, Wonderbug, Charlie Brown, and Dr. Zeus. The Hook. You won't like it when I'm angry. Danger. I can't even talk. Will Robinson. One Day at a Time. Wonder Woman, the Golden Girl. Man, I still love some Golden Girls. I have always liked Golden Girls. I felt like, y'all remember that show, what was it called? With Queen Latifah them on there. That I felt like that was the younger black version of the Golden Girls. I can't even think of what it's called, but Queen Latifah had the Flavor magazine, I think. Flavor magazine. Johnny Quest. Three's Company. Come and knock on my door. I used to watch that, and they used to have those. It was like bad, but it wasn't bad like how bad TV is today. As far as stuff that kids don't need to be watching. Yeah, that Three's Company, Mission Impossible, Chico and the Man, and 237 with the Jefferson. 227. Yeah, that was 227. I remember that. Well, there's no place like home. I'm trying to remember the one with Nell Carter. Give me a break with Nell Carter. I don't know if anybody said that one. Give me a break. And what about Webster? Did any of y'all watch Webster? Webster was on like Netflix or Hulu or something a while back, and I had started the kids to watching it, but they didn't really keep watching it. Y'all remember Big Trouble in Little China? Yes. I watched the grand prize game. Yes, with Bozo the Clown. Yep. Scoop says I'm 49, so I have years of experience. Chico and the Man was so good. Yes, I love Gilligan's Island. Give me a break. Mr. Rogers. Yeah, I was sad when Mr. Rogers passed, because I used to stay watching that. Hong Kong Fooey, number one super guy, underdog, living single. Yeah, living single. I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember the name of it. Martin in Living Color. Yeah, I don't know if y'all watched In Living Color. The Gremlins. Let me see. The Courtship of Eddie's Father, Living Single. Someone else said Living Single. Sundry and Patio said Living Single. Sandra says love Queen Latifah. Miriam says Underdog and Adam Ant. I like the hit. Oh yes, the Hitchhiker. I remember that. In Living Color, Room 222. Oh okay, Room 222. I don't know what that one is. That's an old one. Nigel says Different Strokes. Patio says Love American Style. And oh, I remember I Dream of Jeannie. And Bewitched. Beverly Hillbillies. Yep. Oh yeah, we forgot about Howard the Duck. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Sanford and Son. Yep. Amen. Mr. Ed. The Fall Guy. I don't remember. I remember that sounds familiar, but I don't remember. I can't even talk. I don't remember what that's about. The Young One, Scoop says. Sandra says, I'm now living where Mr. Rogers filmed in PA. Dexter was like the serial killer person, wasn't he? Oh, the Love Boat, the Mood Squad, Are You Being Served, Blossom, Little Shop of Horror. I remember that. The Night Rider. Yeah, I think somebody was talking about that one earlier. Benny Hill. Let me see what's another one. Trying to think of something else. The $1 Million Man. Yep. And dial-up. Y'all remember dial-up internet? How we used to have to wait, and then if you call one number, that number would be busy. You got to call another one. Man, we have came through some times, y'all. Can y'all even imagine a time now without the internet? But y'all know one thing about Star Trek, like how right now I'm on this phone and I'm talking to y'all, and how we can call each other and talk to each other. The Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know if y'all watched that one, but somebody said Chip. But back in the day, we used to have to, wait for the internet. Now you just get on your phone. Make sure you got Wi-Fi on or Wi-Fi enabled, and you get on there. You can look at who you're talking to. I feel like a lot of this stuff they have had for years, like Star Trek. Back then, we didn't really even have internet like talking about when I don't think internet was out like talking about when Star Trek was out, but they was on phones like how we are now, talking to people everywhere. I think a lot of this stuff that they have in movies and stuff, they already have it, but they waiting to give it to us. The Impossible says AOL. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I remember that. Dallas, I remember that. Jason N says, just give me some good old town and Tom and Jerry and I'm good. American Pie when they cream the pie henny. Let me see. The Impossible says you got mail. Yeah, they. I don't think they said no more because I still got AOL. The Impossible. I think they stopped that like a couple of months ago because I was like, wait a minute, it haven't been saying I got mail and I got mail. I guess they was like, look, you need to check this email. Elvira, Dallas, what's up, Frank? Hawaii 50. I remember that. Magnum PI. I remember that. Let me see. I was finna say Poetic Justice. Petticoat Junction. We used to have one area code for the whole Caribbean. Yeah, I remember when they got the 337 area code. Louisiana used to be 318 and 504. And they started adding more area codes. Saturday Night Live. Y'all remember USA Up All Night. Revenge of the... Oh, yes, I remember Revenge of the Nerds. They had the whole little series going on. Somebody else said Love American Style. Let me see. And the original Ghostbusters. Let me see. What else? Just trying to think of everything I can. Dial up is no more. 809 area code for the Bahamas. F Troop, MASH, American Pie. I'm trying to think. Let me see. I don't know. I can't think of nothing else from back in the day. I'm sure it's something we leaving out. Short Circuit. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Remington Steel. Moonlighting. Who remembers watching? So, oh yeah, Soul Train. Yeah, I remember that. Those people used to be dancing crazy half the time to me and coming on there dressing all crazy. Yeah, Charlie's Angels. When I remember when they came out with the Charlie's Angels movie, me and my sister had took so many pictures posing like Charlie's Angels. Man, the Soul Train. Coming to America and Purple Rain. Yeah, I used to love some Purple Rain. Jason says, I live in the town of Roxbury. I'm always spending a night at the Roxbury. Fat Albert. Hey, hey, hey. It's Fat Albert. Let me see. Yep. The movie Willow. Willow. What was Willow about? That sounds familiar. Willow. Good Times. A Different World. I know y'all probably used to watch that. Hee Haw. Let me see what else. Did any of y'all watch the Dukes of Hazzard? Now when I'm thinking back, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have been watching Dukes of Hazzard. Candyman. No, don't say it no more. Don't say that no more. Let me close these mirrors up in my car. Lawrence Welk. Let me see. I think Herbie and the Love Bug. I remember we had to watch that at school. I used to hate watching some of that stuff they have you watching at school every year. You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. A Christmas Story. Do that still come on, y'all? Boss Hall, Green Acres is the place to be. Johnny Carson. Yeah, I remember that. Beetlejuice. The Grand Ole Opry. What is the name of that thing when they would be like, I'm gonna give you 4 stars. It was that TV show where you trying to, how they got American Idol now. I forget what they called it. Oh, y'all remember Bruce Leroy? Leroy. I cannot think of the name of that movie with Bruce Leroy on it. The one who caught the bullet in his teeth. Tales from the Hood. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Tales from the Hood. Night at the Apollo. It's showtime at the Apollo. The Impossible Coast said just start rewatching the Dukes of Hazzard. Night at the, okay, we said that. Tales from the Hood. Ghost. The Gong Show. Yes, I remember my grandmother used to watch that all the time. The TV used to stay on. I think they used to come on USA. Then they got ended up getting the game show channel. Heart to Heart, Ghostbusters, the Last Dragon. Yes, I had my kids to watch that movie a while back. The 189 beauty pageant. What's up, GM Prince? The Impossible says show enough, show enough. Def Comedy Jam. I don't know. A lot of this stuff is probably on like Hulu. You could probably find it on some of those apps. Like if you have a Roku or a Fire Stick, something like that, you can probably find some of it on there. Beat Street. You forgot Beat Street. I don't remember that one, Walter. I didn't watch that one. GM Princess, my kids loved it. Scoop says Hee Haw. Let me see. Look, I have kind of woke up for a minute. Maybe I can get home and edit a little bit. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. My kids might still be on the game since I'm not at home. But I ain't gonna get them this time. What else was it? The dating game. Oh yeah, I remember that. The newlywed game. Y'all remember that? Or is that the same as the dating game? The newlywed game? No, that might be two different things. The dating game was when they used to go out for a first date or something and they would vote. Or they used to go out with two guys or two girls, whatever. I think that's what that was. Y'all remember that game show Whammy with the whammy on it? My grandmother used to watch that. Nigel says my time is 11. GM Princess, we can't forget about Big. Yes. Y'all know that movie Big? I was in doggone it. The place where the trains is at in Tennessee. I can't think of what it's called right now. Chattanooga. I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and y'all remember that thing that he put the coin in there and it granted his wish. They actually had one of those things. We stayed at that train hotel when I was playing basketball in college, and that was the creepiest place to me. Staying at that train hotel. No two different. Press your luck. Yeah, that was Press Your Luck, Jason. Press your luck. I lock my door. I'm sitting here with the lights on and stuff. Let me see. $25,000 pyramid. Who remembers Pootie Tang? I remember that. Look, I be pulling my belt out. My cousins be talking about I will pull my belt out like Pootie Tang because I'll snatch out real quick when the kids get to acting up. Oh yeah, Children of the Corn. I remember that when that baby had them black fingernails at the end when it was going off and it was like squeezing on the mama's arm. Yeah, Children of the Corn. Did y'all ever watch like Freddy Krueger and Jason back in the day? I know that's not like way old, but yeah, I used to watch scary movies back then, but now I would not watch scary movies. They got one movie coming out called the is it the Prodigy, I think, with that kid that may be like killing people or something. I don't know. I was like, what would it be like? The Blair Witch Project. I remember that. The Omen. I never watched the Blair Witch Project. I was too scared. Like I don't like scary movies. I used to watch like Freddy Krueger and Jason and stuff growing up. And I watched Candyman, but some of that stuff was too scary. Poltergeist scared me. What the movie that really scared me, y'all, was The Sixth Sense. Like it had been years after I watched that movie. Crush Groove, Damien, love the Omen movies. I couldn't even leave a door open. When I got ready to go to sleep, I had to close the doors when that movie The Sixth Sense came out. The Green Hornet. I can't watch them now either. Yeah, I don't watch them now, but I used to watch like Freddy Krueger and Gremlins. You know, that wasn't really scary to me. But nowadays, the movies that they come out with, I'm just like, I'm scared to watch. The what's that says the Changeling. But yeah, they got a new movie out called the Protege, something like that. I can't remember which name of the Prodigy. I think it's the Prodigy, and it was about the kid. They think the kid was like an evil kid or something, and they had him checked out and stuff. I don't know. Rosemary's Baby. I didn't never get to watch that. Some of that stuff, y'all know, I'm scared. Oh, Set It Off. Yeah, I like Set It Off. American Bandstand. Yeah. What was the name of the game show where well, it wasn't really a game show, it was a competition. And I can't remember the host, but like when you could go on there and you could sing and different things, and they would give you stars. They would be like, I'm gonna give you 3.5 stars, stuff like that. I don't know if y'all remember that. Jason says he loves, with a name like Jason, you should love scary movies. Patio says the trilogy of terror, Jason's Ladder, Sybil. I remember Sybil. The what was the name of that thing where that woman had the exorcist, I think, when she spun her head around and stuff. Man, that stuff be scary right there. Yeah, Star Search. I couldn't remember that. Patio said it had the voodoo doll. I mean, Scoop says Patio had the voodoo doll that came to life. GM Prince says Child's Play, Chucky, the first one. Yeah, Chucky was pretty good. I watched that. And then I guess I got older and I realized, hey, this stuff could really happen. We didn't have cell phones at first. You know, a lot of that stuff they make probably is real, or they could make it. Did y'all watch doggone it? Is it called iRobot? That's not what I'm thinking about. It's the one with the little boy that was he was a robot little boy. He was a little boy. Like they had got adopted a robot for a kid. I can't remember what it's called right now. It might be iRobot. I can't remember. All three Back to the Future movies. Yeah, me and my kids watched Back to the Future. And they was, like the date, we watched it like a couple of years ago. In, I think 26, whatever the year was they was talking about, they set the time up to that. We watched Back to the Future that year. Yeah, they liked it. Jason says all three Back to the Futures are my fave. Star Search School said Carrie. Pet Cemetery. I remember that one too. Christina's Car. It was another one that they had where they used to tell those scary stories. It was a guy that the guy that wrote Pet Cemetery, I believe. It was like a show that would show some of his shows, if I'm remembering right. Psycho, The Birds, Christina, The Car, Amityville Horror, Tales from the Crypt. Oh, I love Christina. That's what V. Smith said. Oh, I love Christina. The Evil Dead. Scoob said, wow, Jason grew up by Amityville Horror. Small Wonder. I don't know. He went to Amityville. What? I wouldn't have went there. I would have been skipping school, Jason. Peggy Sue Gets Married. The Prom. Let me see. Do y'all remember a candy called Hungry Man's Last Meal? But it was like a candy. I remember having that candy a long time ago. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can't even talk. Amityville Horror. Used to live near the house where they made the movie. That's what Nigel said in New York. Look, I wasn't planning on being on here that long, but y'all have woke me up with all this reminiscing. Reminisce. Mary J. Blige, reminisce. The Shining, Moonstruck, the Saw movies. Man, those were really gruesome, the Saw movies. Niger Nareen, where do you live? Oh, doggone it. I was trying to think. Oh, y'all remember those kangaroo shoes? Did any of y'all have those when y'all grew up? The shoes with the pockets on them. They had like a pocket on the side of them. You could keep like $1 or something in it, or your house key. The Scream movies. What is the name of that show? Is it Fatal Attract? Whatever it is, when like the people gonna die, like all of the ones that hang out together, they're gonna die, but something always happens. Like I remember on one of them, they was driving behind a log truck and the log came off of there. I can't even remember what the name of it. Yeah, the roos, the kangaroos. Yeah, Final Destination. Final Destination. Yep. Kimball, the White Lion. Y'all know they making a new the Lion King. They making it into like I don't know if it's really real animals. I think it's more like computer generated so that it looks like real animals. Yeah. I thought that was kind of neat, but I'm like, it's kind of too late for that. Y'all should have been did that. Nigel lived by County Line Road, LOL. All right. Look, this was fun. Thinking back and going back in the day. But I'm gonna have to get off of here, y'all. If anybody else got anything to say, y'all can go ahead and say it, so I can get ready to get up off of here and go get me a little sleep so I can be back for tomorrow. Was that Crocker Sacks? Yeah, I remember. Oh, the Crocker Sack shoes. I didn't know about those, but I remember. Y'all remember wearing the jelly beans? Well, the girls, it might have been some guys wearing them too, but the jelly bean shoes, that they was like in different colors, and you were like, when you walk on rocks, they would be like stuck in the bottom of your shoe. Well, on the bottom of your shoe, like not by your foot, but then dirt and stuff would always get in there in your shoe. Those used to be real popular back when I was growing up. Crocodile Dundee, good eye, mate. Good eye, mate. Deadly Friends. I didn't watch that one either. Some good printing advice tonight. Ha ha ha. Yeah, y'all know how we do on here. But it's always fun going down memory lane though, reminiscing on stuff. New York was the best place I lived, Jason. They have King Kong on Broadway with Anima. I can't say that word. Gorilla. V. Smith says lots of fun. I'm going back to crochet and yippee designing a sweater. That's awesome, V. Smith. That's awesome. I don't know how to crochet or sew or nothing. All right, Miriam. Good night. Good night, Teresa. I appreciate y'all joining in. I'll be back on the Green Channel tomorrow. What y'all want to talk about? Anything in particular y'all want to talk about tomorrow on the Green Channel, or just hanging out, or what? But I'm gonna try to do that one early tomorrow, so I won't be keeping y'all up late like this. Even though, if y'all can't make it, y'all can always check it back. Z Canvas 8 ball jackets. Y'all remember the little 8 ball thing? It was like the little 8 ball game or whatever, and you ask it a question and then you like turn it upside down or shake it up and it would answer your question. Let me see. Good night, all of y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to. Yes, no, maybe yes. I remember that. Yeah, the 8 ball thing. Man, y'all. They had a movie I think called Ouija board or something like that. Man, can y'all actually believe when I grew up we played with a Ouija board? We was some fools. We was some fools playing with that. Scoob says it's only 8:25. Well, Scoob, you need to go to bed. I believe your mom wouldn't have you staying up past 8 o'clock if she knew this. I'm gonna have to text her and let her know. Goals and wish list for your business. Any other ideas? we can talk about goals or wish lists for your business. Yeah, cause I can write some of that down before I go to sleep for myself personally. All right, y'all. It's been fun. I'm going to go make some tumblers and some mugs. That's what Nigel said. Uh, V Smith says, no, not Ouija boards. I did too, and a candle blew out with no window. Man, I'm telling you that is dangerous stuff. That really is dangerous stuff. I wasn't there when some of the stuff happened, and to be honest with y'all, I was the one who bought the Ouija board. I don't even know where it's at today. Cause my friends, like I had to be in early, so I left. And look, y'all, tears about to come to my eyes because you know this craziness. But it was this girl that I was she was younger than me, and her sister was younger than me. But and I'm sorry, y'all. I had said I was gonna get out, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. But it was this girl. She actually dated one of my cousins. She actually had a kid with my cousin when they got older. We was in school when this happened, but she had a sister that actually killed herself, shot herself in the head. Well, they say she shot herself in the head, but she was a guy that she was dating was there, and they wasn't sure if he did it or if for a while it was they was trying to figure out who did it or whatever. But anyway, this girl started trying to speak to her sister, and some stuff ended up happening. And like where I used to live, like part of the time, like it's one place where I mostly grew up at, and then like a couple of years before I went to college, we lived in another place, and it was some apartments down the road from there. So one night in the middle of the night, they brought the Ouija board back to me. I didn't even never know where it was or nothing, but they ended up bringing it back to me because they was over there playing with this girl, trying to bring her sister back or talk to her sister, whatever they had going on. I wasn't there, but they talking about they had left it in the road because they talking about the thing started shaking in the box, y'all. And I like after that, I was done. I was done after that. But Scoob, I'm not saying that. Yeah, it is, Nigel. And I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. And to be honest with y'all, like if just to tell y'all about me, I've been through a lot in my life. It's a lot of stuff that that I went through in my life or whatever, and I don't even want to share it with people. And I haven't shared it with people, a lot of it. But when I was in high school, I didn't even believe in God. I didn't believe in God until I went to college, and I began to experience stuff for myself. And I mean, it was just because of things that happened to me in my life. A lot of stuff I really didn't even believe. And like now, I have a good relationship with God, and I have experienced it for myself. So that's why I'm always talking about God, and telling y'all different things like that. I mean, I'm not trying to like force nothing upon people, but yeah. Nigel says people in jail still use it. Use what? I don't know. Oh, that okay. But yeah, but yeah, that after that I was done with that thing. I actually bought that thing when we was in North Carolina. We had went to North Carolina during the I don't know. I should have not been fooling with nothing like that, but it's a long story. I'll have to tell y'all more about my growing up and stuff like that, and I like everything I can't share, and I'm not gonna share because I have never shared it with anybody. Like even people in my family don't know a lot of stuff. But yep. But I'm gonna get off of here. And I'm a let me see. V Smith says my son was killed. He was hit by a speeding car when he was crossing the street. He was 19. My daughter brought in a medium reading to see if we could contact him. It makes me with him. It makes me nervous. I'm sorry about that, V Smith. And I'm not trying to bring up painful memories or nothing. I was just kind of I don't know. It's to me sometimes it's fun, talking about the past and different things. And I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know, it just remembering stuff when we grew up and stuff like that. But yeah, Karen says have a good night. But yeah, we've been on here. I was thinking I probably would be tired, but y'all have woke me up now. Maybe I can go edit this other video before I go to bed. Yeah. But I really enjoy hanging out with y'all on here. Yeah, it's hard to deal with some of that stuff, especially when you don't know why, and it's when things happen all of a sudden. But yeah, but I'm gonna get ready to get off here. If anybody else got anything to say or anything, y'all can go ahead. Cause I don't like to don't come in and stuff like that or get off when somebody has something to say. So I'm trying to give people time to like type in or whatever, because I know it takes. All right, Nigel, go ahead and order that vinyl. All right, V Smith, thank you for joining in. But I'm gonna go ahead. Okay. Alicia says, "Have a great night. Have fun reminiscing." Yeah, it's always fun. When you think about when you was younger, growing up, stuff like that. And I'm sure it's some stuff that when we get off the phone, y'all brains probably still gonna be working, and y'all probably think of some more stuff. Cause at least that's how I do. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and head on home. I'm sitting out here in the car because it was freezing and I didn't want to go inside the shop. But I'll be back on here tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it early before it gets dark, because I don't want to have to keep y'all up and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here